Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarter.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Joe Schobert. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dawson Knox, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Hey, exit.
Let's go, D. Mark 56.
King. 1 touch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Complete. It's Johnson. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Allen's throw is complete, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Allen again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
It's Hill, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't. Hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Allen now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Grady Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mayfield now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Finding Green complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
King.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From midfield, here's Allen. Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Milage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike Fanini! 56. Tight down. There you go.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 6 yard.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. You are watching the NFL. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hurry.
Mayfield on play action. And he fends him off. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Mayfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help him a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Throwing on first down is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, Mayfield again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Your track, your track.
And they will take a knee here. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this